All right, everyone, welcome back into another PrizePicks video. Going to be getting to the top props today in MLB and WNBA. Well, another good day yesterday. Just doing the recap from yesterday. Bet of the day, Paul Goldschmidt pretty much got there right away. Jordan Lyles was weird. It wasn't really a sweat up until the moment it was. It seemed like he might give up a quality start after giving up 3 runs. Kind of pitched a little bit too long, but thankfully he did because the win that he was in line for ended up getting blown. But either way, was able to get there. So 2 for 2 on the day. Solid start to the week. Well, Monday. So now we're going to go and get into the Taco Tuesday picks for today. And so I do plan on doing another afternoon video once, in between the second and third taco that comes out. Okay. As this sits right now, we just don't have that many great props. Like yesterday, we had a few that were decent. Today, the best props that we are going to get are going to be via WNBA. And for me, that's been more or less 50-50. So I don't know if I exactly want to roll with that. We'll go ahead and see, go through the process of that. But let's start out with MLB, see which props we have available for that. So starting the 95 cheat sheet by MLB. And so we look at it like we just, as of right now, we're not getting that many great props. Like in terms of the Vegas line, PrizePicks line, and projection, everything seems to be consistently giving us the same message to the point where there's just not a big edge, especially for the overbets, no underbets like typical. If we look at where we are getting some mispriced props, it's not a huge edge there as well. I mean, really the best one, total bases for Jake Rogers. Okay, PrizePicks has the line set at 0.5. Vegas has it set as a push at basically 1.1, and he's projected to get 1.74. That's a type of prop bet that I typically do not touch. That's literally one of the best ones that we have available today. So Jake Rogers is the catcher. And if we look at it, for the most part, he's been over this quite a bit. And I think that's probably the reason why we are getting that. So, not a terrible bet. At the same time, not something that we particularly love either. I don't love the total bases props. I just don't. If I'm forced to bet them today, sure, but I don't like to chase it. Here's another one, Taylor Walls. Like, it's fine. I'm not one that likes those ones. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at some other ones that we are getting today. Let's look at some pitcher fantasy score props, see if we have any edges there. So the reason why Jordan Lyles was looking like a good prop yesterday was because the Vegas line had him projected to get over the PrizePicks line, and also he was projected to get over. I know I mentioned this a lot with the hitting fantasy score based props, where I'm looking for the hitting fantasy score prop to be over by 2 for the Vegas line projection, and then for the actual projection, for the 9 to 5 projection. So when both of those happen, that prop hits about 70% of the time. That same thing occurs for the pitching fantasy score prop as well. It's just extremely rare that occurs, okay? Because what goes into that, for the most part, is normally a quality start and a win. And it's very rare for Vegas to project that. So we very rarely get that. So the closest one that we have to that today is this one right here. The PrizePicks line is set at 26.5. Vegas line is set at 25.2 on average. Projected to get 29.4. So like a decent one, but that, again, would feel like we're forcing in there. And that's not exactly something I want to be chasing. I'm sure it's not exactly one you guys want to be chasing as well. Let's go ahead and take a peek at the hitting fantasy score props. All right, so taking a look at the hitting fantasy score props, we are really not getting any good ones today. I kind of mentioned my worry with the really awesome kind of streak results from the hitting fantasy score prop. It's like, all right, PrizePicks will have to make an adjustment here shortly because this is just too big of an edge. So we might be seeing that, or they're just having the lines tighter today. We'll see. But really, we have maybe one good hitting fantasy score prop, and that's really it. This might be a day where we actually chase the under, and you guys know I'm not really one that likes to bet the under, but Atone for under hitting fantasy score is actually looking like a pretty good prop. So if you want to roll with that, you can. Just know it's not something I particularly love to do too much. All right, so let's take a look at these WNBA props that we are getting, because we have some crazy good ones right now. And it is WNBA. I do see a lot of differences between the sports books that are giving us props throughout the day. So like this could be one that adjusts throughout the day to maybe 54%, maybe 53%. I doubt that it's really going to be favored as a push as the day continues. My worry here is that these two underbets, where we're getting 57% chance to hit, the projection data actually likes the over. So that does worry me a little bit. If we know anything about WNBA thus far, though, it does seem to be that we want to be favoring the unders a little bit more. So when push comes to shove, if the taco comes out, the morning taco, early afternoon taco comes out, I'd be fine kind of using these two props as underbets, and even this one as well for Gumbawale. It just kind of is what it is. Those are the best ones that we are getting. For an overbet, the best one that we are going to get is Gray for over 5.5 rebounds, projected to get 6. That's about a 53% chance to hit. So once again, just not that many great props out there. So let's give you guys the bet of the day, and once again, it's not going to be the most pretty today. If it weren't for Taco Tuesday, I would probably not be playing that much as it sits right now. All right, so here are the best bets available that we have as it sits right now. Once again, this is a day in which if it wasn't a taco, I obviously wouldn't be running out these 5 bets. The whole point of having 5 bets like this is if the taco hits, we only need to have 2 of them hit to have a profit. I like to use the promo days, the hot dogs, the Taco Tuesdays, the cod fillets, which has only happened once, so I might have to stop calling them that. But I like to use those as free promotion money. That's the way I look at it. They're trying to give us free money. Let's take advantage of that. Okay, that stuff is going to add up in the long term. Say you have a bad week every other day. Well, taking advantage of the free promotion money that is out there is going to be beneficial then. And so that's what we're going for here. We're going for the 2 bets that have 57% chance to hit right now. Once again, WNBA, probably going to change. Total base prop that I hate, especially with a catcher. This is probably the best bet that we have on the day for less. And I hate betting less, especially for a hitting fantasy score. And then this is just like a decent hitting fantasy score prop. It's like the best one that we have. On a normal day, I just probably wouldn't be betting. But once again, we want to be betting these all individually with the taco. Okay. But that's all for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the coverage. If you did, you know what to do. Get that like and subscribe. That does help the channel. Let's have a good slate. And as always, let's keep cashing.